I am addressing you from Nigeria, the most populous nation in the world of TBC. Today, I would like to bring our attention back to the blog that was posted by the admin, by TBC admin on May 8, 2018. In fact, this is a blog that everyone in TBC is supposed to be referring to. Um, this blog is very germane, and there is nothing we can do in TBC. There is no how we can understand TBC unless we visit this blog often and often, and it will allow us to know the importance and the benefit of TBC to the world. And in several occasions, I have brought out my own analogy concerning this blog. The blog is about the growth of TBC in the world, and as young apples do grows from a very small seed to a bigger and matured fruit. And this is exactly what we're supposed to know about this analogy. And also, in my own capacity, I've been able to bring to our notice some perennial crops that are like apples. We have orange tree. We also have oil palm tree. And I've also explained that we can derive many benefits from oil palm. Likewise, we can derive benefits from apple. You know, apple is an edible fruit. We can eat it, and it does a lot of benefits in our bodies. Likewise, um, fruits like orange, we do derive vitamin C, fibers, and some other things from it. At the same time, oil palm, we are deriving many things from it. But before we can derive those things, when we plant our oil palm or whether or orange or any source of perennial crops, before we can be harvesting, before we can be deriving benefit from it, we have to wait for some years. And we will not just wait, we will be nourishing it and monitoring it so that it didn't get damaged, nor so that it does not get damaged, nor will it be destroyed. So we have to monitor it against pests, against disease, fungi, and so on and so forth. So it will be due to our own activities and monitoring that we prefer, that we preserve these fruits, these perennial crops for us. But when it started yielding fruit, when it starts yielding fruits, then we are going to benefit it. And at the initial stage, when it will be yielding fruit, you will observe that the proceed will be very, very scanty. But due to our steadfastness and patience, then as time goes on, we will be seeing the fruit, these trees becoming bigger and bigger. And when the full maturity comes, we will be deriving maximum benefit from them. Um, as per the example of oil palm that I've brought about, from oil palm, after the waiting period, when it starts yielding its benefits, we will see that we will derive palm oil from it. Palm oil is one of the ingredients we are using for cooking soup. Likewise, we also derive another kind of oil from it, and that one is palm kernel oil, PKO. And from palm kernel oil, we some soap industries are using it in making their soaps, and we also have other benefits from oil palm. We also derive timber. So when the oil palm get to a stage, maybe after when it reaches 300 or more than 100 years, because it has a lifespan of 200 years. So we derive a very solid timber from it. And one of the strongest timber we will get in the world, we will get it from oil palm. At the same time, we are getting wax from it, in which some companies are using it to manufacture candle. We have so many benefits from it, please. We have many benefits from oil palm. At the same time, is its funds. We'll be getting a lot of things like brooms, like we also use the leaves in making hut for shelter and so on and so forth. And likewise, we'll be getting so many benefits from TBC. The benefit of TBC transcends the issue of making money. It transcends that. In fact, TBC has given us the opportunity of uniting ourselves in the world. Yeah, because when the masses, when the poor people unite themselves and they form one group, it will be easier for them to dominate the world. It will be easier for them to earmark some plans in which they are going to follow in their life. So they will not be an instrument for the cabals. The cabals we are having in the world, they are not more than 1%, but this 1%, they are so powerful because we the masses, we the pure people, allow them to be powerful on us. If we have agreed together and have a common channel in which we are going to be trading, there will be no problem for us at all. But it is unfortunate that some TBC member do not even know the benefits that are ahead. They are the benefits of today, and they are not steadfast. They are so in a hurry that they do not have a deep thought of how TBC is going to benefit them and how TBC is going to benefit their generations to come. Yes. Let us revisit this blog again. It goes dot. This is what a young apple tree looks like. You see, this is a young apple tree, and if you look vividly, you will see some scanty fruits in it. This is one tree. This is one fruit. This is another fruit. This is apple. And if you look at the other tree, you will see some fruits there. The apple fruit there. You will see them. Notice that it does bear fruit, but no one will expect a young apple to bear a lot of fruit, right? It bear fruit. You will see some cancer fruit on those trees, but nobody will expect a young apple to bear a lot of fruit, right? Right? TBC builders recognize that TBC is also young. Yeah, we TBC leaders, we TBC promoters, we also recognize the fact that TBC is very young. This is the third year. Yeah, it has not clocked 3 years. We are embarking on the third year of the birth of TBC. Unlike Bitcoin, which has been accepted by some people in the world as medium of exchange, medium of transaction. So this is the 90th year of the Bitcoin. And during the first years or the early years of Bitcoin, the people are labeling it as a scam, and some people ran away from it. They get it on it. But those who stood firm then, and they believe in Bitcoin and the benefit of Bitcoin, they are the one today that are deriving benefit from Bitcoin, because despite the fact that Bitcoin is on the capital, is on the coin capital market. At the same time, though for so there was a time in which TBC almost, I mean, in which Bitcoin, one Bitcoin almost clocked $20,000, but now it has been reduced to about $8,000 or thereabouts. But the fact I want to bring out from this analogy, from this explanation, is that there was a time in which the amount of Bitcoin was very infinitesimal. But now, yeah, if you have one Bitcoin today, you are having a lot of money, and you'll be cashing in as high as $7,000 or thereabouts. But TBC is quite different. TBC is not on the coin capital market, and the those what are we leveraging upon? What TBC is leveraging upon? It is we, the people, we, the masses. It is the value we masses give to TBC that is making TBC valuable. Now, one TBC today is more than $8 million. Wow, $8 million. Just imagine, for you to have only one TBC, yeah, you are already a billionaire. In fact, you will not be able to spend this money. You alone, you will not be able to spend this money throughout your life. Yeah, if you want to spend it on just to make yourself comfortable. Yeah, if you want to eat, you want to clothe yourself from it, and you want to be living fine, you can do, and you cannot spend it throughout your life. That's the reason why we are saying that TBC, it is not all about you yourself. It is all about you and the generation yet to come. Yeah, we are well past the proof of concept stage. Yeah, admit concept stage. What does admin mean by this concept stage? Yeah, for adoption of a system, we have so many stages. The first one is the conception of the idea. That is the first stage. It was the TBC admin, Chris Kringle, that had this conception about TBC. He was the only one then. So he was the only one that developed the idea in the initial stage. That is the conceptual stage. That is concept stage, the proof of concept stage. Now, because this thing was very clear to admin, and admin knew where he was going, then so he has the vision, and he has he has the mission also. The vision is what is the target. The mission is how are we going to reach this target, and admin has been able to prove to us that he really knows what he is doing about TBC, but it will take time for TBC to get into maturity. After the conception of idea, which is the first stage of the adoption of any innovation, we have well past that stage now. Another stage is the legitimization. The stage of legitimization, that means those who are going to give the innovation legitimacy. Who are those that are going to give the innovation of admin TBC, who are give it legitimacy, those want to legitimize it? It is we the masses, it is we the TBC community. As soon, immediately you join TBC, immediately you become a member of TBC community, then you are given the TBC legitimacy. When we are saying legitimacy, it doesn't mean that it is the powerful people or the cabals that are going to give us this legitimacy. No, it is we ourselves. No, it doesn't require a permission from the government. It doesn't require permission from highly placed people. No, it requires our own adoption. If you accept it as transaction, if you accept it as future money that its benefits start from now, then we have given it legitimacy. We have legitimized it. No more, no less. No more, no less. Then after this stage, one of the next stage is you as an adopter of an invention. It is now left for you to create awareness about what you have adopted, about the new invention that you have come across. Then divulge the news of TBC to the people, to your friend, to your family, to the members of your household. Yes, if you do that, you are creating awareness. And if you are creating awareness, then you are a community, because without awareness, nothing can be done. It cannot be adopted further. And we thank admin for his vision, for his foresight. Because what are the tools that will give people awareness? Yeah, what are the tools? One of the tools is broadcasts. In fact, admin has made use of the technology we are having now. I mean, the social media. And yes, that's the reason why admin has advised us to go on here, to be going on here live on YouTube, to be broadcasting TBC news, to be spreading information about TBC. And brothers, we, the masses, or the members of TBC, most especially those of us that are broadcasting, we are diffusion agents. We are diffusion agent. What do I call it? Diffusion agent. We are the one to make TB expand. So there is wisdom in what TBC has asked, in what TBC admin has asked us to do. So because without dissemination of this information, of this good news about TBC, people will not know it. But as long as we are disseminating the message, as long as we are spreading the message via our broadcast, then the better for us. The better for us. Let us continue. The people that pursued TBC in 2016 took the largest risk. Yes, I can boldly say I was one of the few that took the risk in 2016 and acquired TBC. In 2016, TBC went from just being an idea in the mind of one person to being a proof of concept. That it has been explained above. That is the conception stage. That is the conception stage. So it was in the mind of one people, the idea in the mind of one person. Now it has now been a proven concept. Reports of goods and services being traded for TBC happened as early as 2016. Within our first 6 months of existence, I can testify to that. A large portion of the TBC trades today are also for goods and services, and not just peer-to-peer exchanges of TBC for fiat. Yes, I can testify to this also. I am a witness to this. I have embarked on some project with full TBC. I have derived some things with full TBC. I purchased my laptop with TBC. I purchased phone with TBC. I purchased land with TBC. I've been building a house with TBC. Even some materials that I use in building my house, I got them through TBC, full TBC, and we have load of load of sand with full TBC, full TBC. Now let's continue. So anyone saying TBC it is worthless, have refused to look at the fact that it does hold its current price value on a peer-to-peer basis. Yes, anybody that is saying that TBC is worthless doesn't know what TBC is all about. Is it because TBC is not in the coin capital market? Yeah, no. If you have gone into coin capital market, then it will have been manipulated as Bitcoin is now being manipulated. Now we are the one to determine the price of TBC. As the community is increasing, the value of TBC in circulation is going higher and higher. Yeah, sorry, I'm very sorry. A large person TBC, okay. So anyone saying, yeah, let me take it again. Okay, only a person, only a person talking out of their Atlaza would say TBC is flawless today. TBC is clearly bearing fruit today. Yes, TBC is clearly bearing fruit today, even though the fruit might be very small to some, because it depends on your own ability. It depends on your own ability. It is based on how you work. Yeah, the full enjoyment of TBC is still in the future. But if you can promote TBC and be a builder of TBC, as long as you are building TBC, you will be getting cash flow into your pocket. Yes, you'll be getting cash flow for the first services you are rendering. If you are rendering services, if you are giving free Kringles to people, if you are helping admin to get free Kringles, then you also encourage them to buy more TBC, because if they buy more TBC, at least if they buy TBC as small as $100. So if they buy amount of TBC worth of $100, then admin is going to give them a whole TBC, and a whole TBC today is more than $8 million dollars. Wow, TBC is great. TBC is great. TBC is great. Now, so as people have been getting cash flow because they propagate TBC, because they promote TBC, because they build TBC. Now let's continue. TBC is clearly bearing fruit today, like this young apple tree, and the reports of purchases made using TBC pour in daily now. But like this young apple tree, TBC is not widely accepted everywhere. TBC builders know this is true. They know that spending TBC is not effortless. Yes, it is not effortless yet. Some people possess TBC and they go and relax. No, it is not like that. If you go and relax, that means you are very selfish. How will you tell others? What is your contribution? Somebody told you about TBC. You should also inform others about TBC. If you inform others about TBC and you encourage them to buy more and you guide them, then in that way you will be getting cash flow. Yeah, this is a matured apple tree. This is a matured apple tree. It amazes me, admin continues. It amazes me that many of the non-builders of TBC expect TBC to look more like this matured apple tree. As I have said, we have stages of adoption. I've talked about I have talked about conception of idea, which the conception of idea of TBC that was anchored by one individual, and that is the admin of TBC. Then have talked about legitimization, because we are legitimizing TBC. We should not be waiting for government. We should not be the government will not answer us, because there are forces behind the government. You can see some people running the government, but there are heavy hands behind controlling the government itself. and the government cannot do things unilaterally. Yeah, there are some forces that are controlling them. So that is a very serious issue. This fact I've gained a lot with enough information to know that this world is being controlled by few people. They are the cabals. I've learned from admin that if you stay in unity, we have we will progress in the world. Yeah, very sorry. So we are going, we will make progress in the world, and we are going to control the world financially. I mean, no, TBC is not trying to hijack the government, the world. No, but financially, we want to be very, very self-sustaining, and we want to create our own world through our own finance, because there's no law banning us from uniting together and have a common means of a common means of medium of transaction. So we are entitled to determine our own money and how we are going to be spending our own money. Yes. The same seem to think the same seem to think that spending TBC should already be effortless. We have discussed that. Some of these non-builders of TBC are very vocal about their expectation of TBC today. On the other hand, they want TBC to practically save their lives, and on the one hand, they want TBC to practically save their lives, and on the other, am I still communicating? Yeah, thank you. And on the other hand, some people, as we have been saying, please let me. Oh, I have been sharing the screen before. I thought I was sharing the screen. Oh, very sorry for this. I thought I was sharing the screen. I thought I was sharing the screen. Okay, it's all right. Thank you. Welcome. Now, some of these non-builder of TBC are very vocal about their expectation of TBC today. On the one hand, they want TBC to practically save their lives, and on the other hand, they are busy making a lot of negative noise about how they are not getting what they expect of TBC on Facebook. Don't they realize that their negativity just increases the effort required to accept fruits of TBC? If they spend the same amount of time and effort being positive about TBC, they will become a TBC builder. If you spend the same amount you are spending on promoting negativity about TBC, if you spend it in the promotion and building of TBC, you are positive minded about TBC, and you are telling people, then you'll be getting cash flow. You'll be building a community at the same time. You'll be getting your monetary reward from it, and then you will be you will be able to exchange your TBC for you'll be able to exchange your TBC for other commodities. So it depends on your bargain power. TBC, as promised, has delivered wealth. Yes. Just open your wallet and look at how much your TBC is worth. 100% of people that spent $110 in this TBC opportunity are wealthy today in TBC. 100% of them have more wealth in their TBC wallet than all the other assets they have combined together. A while back, I wrote an article about how different the perspective can be about their TBC wallet balance. Yeah, this is the blog the administrator is now referring to. Please click on it and read. Please reread that article. Okay. It can straighten out your attitude toward TBC. This article is meant to be a tool that a builder can use when they come across someone with the wrong expectation about TBC today. Get those people to read this article. Yeah, the discussion continues. There is something I want to us to read here. Yes, yes. Let us read this thing together. Let me start from here. Let me start from here. Okay. TBC builders are not just building TBC for themselves. They are building it for you too. They are building it for you. Even we are building it for your generation yet to come. Yes. It does not stop on you. It extends. It goes beyond you. It goes beyond you. Yeah, it is also about the generation yet to come. If you don't want to be a TBC builder, that is fine. Yes, if you want to, you don't want to be a TBC builder, that is fine. That reason why TBC is very unique. There are some qualities in TBC that there are so many qualities in TBC that there are so many features. There are so many characteristics in TBC that you cannot find in any other innovation. That you cannot find in any other ideas. You don't have to be. Yes, you don't have to be in all businesses, in all investment I have been to, you cannot gain unless you put in some efforts. You cannot gain unless you put in some efforts. And the gain you have will depend on your own efforts. In so many of the businesses, in so many of the investments. Then admin is now saying that yes, you don't need to be a builder and TBC. Just don't get in the way of those who are TBC builders. Yes, don't get in their way. Don't be an obstacles in their way. Don't put obstacles. Don't put barrier in their way. Stop the negativity. Down the road, TBC will look like this mature apple tree. Yes, down the road, TBC will look like this matured apple tree. This matured apple tree, TBC is going to look like this matured apple tree that will bear many fruits. You can see this apple tree, you can see fruits all over this tree. You can see fruits. Yes, you can see fruits. So then, yes, and spending TBC will get easier and easier over time. Even if you can't believe that, there is zero benefit for you to be negative about TBC. If you can't say something nice about TBC, don't say anything at all. Yes, if you cannot say something nice, don't try to say anything about anything at all about TBC. Or didn't your mother teach you that? Yes, when we are very young, our mother will be teaching us, our parents will be teaching us that you cannot, if you cannot say something good, it's better you keep silent. Yes, it's better you keep silent. If you could keep silent, then you will not commit any error. Yeah, and you will not be accused of saying something bad when you keep silent. Yes, you a non-builder, instead of we calling you a non-builder, we will give you a better compliment. We will give you a better complimentary. I rather call you a future big spender in TBC. Can you imagine that? Look at how admin qualifies you. You are not a TBC builder, but you are a future big spender in TBC. So behave like that. That means the job of building TBC, you have left it for us. Fine. We are promoting TBC. And as we are promoting TBC, we are getting the dividend, because you cannot promote TBC and stay in one place and remain in one place. You'll be getting cash flow from promoting TBC. But if you know that okay, you are having any other thing to do, you cannot be promoting TBC like we the promoters or we the builders, then leave us alone. Leave us alone. And if you leave us alone, then we will be building it for you. And you just sit down there and be waiting for the maturity days of TBC, and start benefiting. So now, as you are a future big spender in TBC, I think that adjective is okay with you. That compliment is okay with you. Just stay there, find something done, but leave us alone. We that are promoting TBC is very, very important. But if you decide one day that you want to promote TBC, so be it. That is fine. That is what we encourage you to do, because you will be getting cash flow. You will not wait till that time when you will be cashing in money. Yeah, I think stop sharing. Yes. So my viewers, I thank you very much, and I think I should be rounding off now. Till next time we meet, I think I'll be able to add to your conviction about the TBC. I've been able to convince you enough about TBC. I think by this explanation of mine, you will have derive little benefit and little knowledge concerning the works of TBC, how it works, and how it's being spread in the world. Thank you very much. May God continue to be with every one of us. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Once again, I am Ido Harun at Delani. I am a trusted seller, and if you have any difficulty in your TBC or any issue that is not clear to you, kindly contact me. You can see my contact below this video. You just contact me, and I'll be readily happy to assist you. Thank you very much. Bye.